Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for 12th of October. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. You will be learning multiple things that will be benefiting in your preparation. So let's start. The first news is that Center has recently launched a web portal with statistical data of the chemical sector, right? For the chemical sector, a web portal has been launched for the statistical data for that particular chemical sector, like how much chemical is being imported, exported, which type of chemical is being made more, which is the sale of more chemical, right? Because we know chemicals are being used in almost every product. So this portal was developed by Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals along with NIC, that is your National Informatics Center. The main aim of this portal is to provide statistical data on the chemical sector to all the stakeholders, and the portal will facilitate the collection of data on production, installed capacity, exports, imports, purchases and sales of chemicals in the chemical sector. Right? So coming back, it is your Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers who have launched this particular web portal, that is www.charak.chemicals.gov.in. This is the portal or the website that will provide statistical data related to the chemical sector. As I just mentioned, the main aim here is the portal will streamline the data supply, foster efficiency and provide access to the latest innovation and technological advancements related to chemical and petrochemical industries. Next is Exercise Chakravat. Exercise Chakravat is an annual joint humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercise, that is AJHE. Now what is this AJHE? That is Annual Joint Humanitarian HADR. What is HADR? HADR is your Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief Exercise. So this is an Annual Joint Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief Exercise Chakravat 2023. This was conducted by Indian Navy. Important. Then the location where this was held, that is Goa. It was from 9 to 11th of October. That means it was till yesterday, this exercise, and this was to address the challenges that are posed by climate change in the Indian Ocean region. And the first ever edition of this exercise was held in the 2015. Right, I repeat, this Annual Joint Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief Exercise Chakravat 2023 conducted by Indian Navy at Goa from 9 to 11th October, and the aim here was to challenge or to address the challenges and come up with various solutions to the challenges that are posed by climate change in the Indian Ocean region. Right, mark this is important one. Then apart from this, remember, The logo of Chakravat was also launched during this particular exercise. Next. Next is European Union has approved the world's first green bond standards to avoid green washing. I repeat, recently it was EU, that is European Union. They have approved new standards for the companies that are issuing green bonds to help the investors, to enable them to distinguish between the truly sustainable companies and from those are misleading the investors, right? So basically you can see that there are companies, right, and there will be some good companies and the bad companies. Some companies will be providing the actual sustainable companies will be providing you with the trustworthy bonds, right, but the other companies, they will be just greenwashing you or misleading you with some random product, correct? So it was European Union who have approved the first green bond standards for avoiding the greenwashing or for helping the investors so that no company can mislead them. These standards will include European green bonds labeling, representing a first of its kind global initiative. Right here you can see that green bonds representing over 50% of the total value in 2021 issuance is still only 3 to 5% of the overall bond market. Companies aiming to categorize their bonds as green must disclose detailed information regarding the use of bonds, and companies must allocate at least 85% of the salary of the raised fund to activities aligned with the European Union sustainable taxonomy. In addition to sustainable allocation, companies must demonstrate how these investments contribute to their transition to a net zero carbon emission economy. Correct? So it is European Union who has recently approved the world's first green bond standards to avoid any greenwashing or to avoid any company misleading their investors. Moving on. Next is banking and finance. Axis Bank and FIBE, they partnered to launch India's first numberless credit card. So India's first numberless credit card was launched by Axis Bank in collaboration with which organization? In collaboration with FIBE. Correct? And it is the first ever numberless credit card that will be known as FIBE Axis Credit Card. This will be working on RuPay, and it will allow the customers to link this credit card to UPI. Also, remember FIBE Axis Credit Card, this will offer tech-savvy solutions and multiple schemes for the generation Z, that is also known as Gen Z, and Gen Z is considered to the population that is born between 1996 till 2010. This card will not have any number, expiry date or CVV value, that is your card verification value. This card will offer various services such as your tap and pay feature at offline stores. Then various rewards will be provided, cashbacks will be provided, fuel surcharge will be provided, various access to the airport lounges will also be provided here. If we talk about Axis Bank, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Chaudhary, headquarter Mumbai, Maharashtra, and it was in 1993 that this was established. And if we talk about FIBE, who is co-founder and Chief Executive Officer Akshay Mehrotra, and headquarter is in Pune, Maharashtra. I repeat, co-founder and Chief Executive Officer of FIBE is Akshay Mehrotra, and this was established in 2015. So coming back, India's first numberless credit card was launched by Axis Bank in collaboration with FIBE. Next is Mahindra Last Mile Mobility has recently got 300 crore rupees from IFC as first installment of investment. Mahindra Last Mile Mobility, correct? They recently, or we can say it is a subsidiary of M&M, that is Mahindra and Mahindra, and they recently received the first installment of 300 crore rupees for the investment from the IFC, that is International Finance Corporation, and it is for their electrical division, right, in order to promote electric vehicle, correct? So for them, the first installment of the investment was recently received by Mahindra Last Mile Mobility from IFC. This investment is IFC's first in an electric vehicle maker in India, and with this we can say that M&M will be, or their company that is Mahindra Last Mile Mobility will be working towards development of electric vehicle. Then Here, Mahindra Last Mile Mobility, their aim is to accelerate the green transition in the automotive industry, correct? And IFC is a member of the World Bank Group and is the largest global development institution focused on private sector in emerging markets. Correct? Mark this. Then here you can see in March 2023, IFC committed to investing 600 crore rupees at a valuation of 6,020 crore rupees in a new company housing the last mile mobility division of Mahindra Group. Next is Federal Bank. They have extended the UPI services to NRI to enhance the seamless transaction. I repeat, Federal Bank, they extended the UPI services to NRI to enhance the seamless transaction. If we talk about Federal Bank, it is a Kerala based bank and they have extended the UPI integration to the non-residential external clients through their mobile banking platform, that is Fed Mobile. Using this Fed Mobile application, correct, even the NREs can access UPI. This will enhance the banking convenience for the NRI clients. And with this integration, NRI clients can now make payments seamlessly using their NRE accounts in regions where traditional payment methods may be limited. And this plan was approved by which organization? It was approved by NPCI, and it is for NRIs for the countries including Singapore, Australia, Malaysia, Canada, Hong Kong, Oman, Qatar, USA, Saudi Arabia, UAE and UK. Right? That means the NRIs, non-resident Indians living there, that can use UPI through their NRE accounts now, right? And this will enhance the transaction and it will enhance the usage of UPI globally. Moving on. Next is payment aggregator. Payop recently got the ISO IEC 27001 2022 certification, right? This Payop, remember, it is a Chennai, Tamil Nadu based company, right? And RBI in principle license approved the payment aggregator and got this particular certification, that is the world's best known standard for information security management system. Remember, this certificate is basically known as the best standard for information security management system, correct? This certification is given for information security management system, correct? And Payop, it is a fintech that is based out of Chennai, Tamil Nadu. It was founded in 2019, correct? And they are focusing on non-card based payments like UPI, and they offers business to business payment, business to customers payment, right? And various other facilities. And recently it was Payop that recently got their world's best known standard for information security management system certificate, that is your ISO IEC 27001 2022 certification, correct? If we talk about this certification, it is jointly published by International Standard Organization and IEC, that is International Electrotechnical Commission. And remember, it was launched in, when was published? It was published in 2015 and then it was revised in, it was published in 2005 and then revised in 2013 and then again in 2022. That means that is the reason it is the revised version of 2022. So it is your, simply remember, Payop that is working towards the non-card payments like UPI, B2P and B2C. Then for them, they recently got the ISO IEC 27001 2022 certification, and that is the best standard certificate for your information security management system. And remember, this Payop, it is a fintech startup founded in 2019 and it is a Chennai, Tamil Nadu based startup. Next is unemployment rate has dipped to 6.6% in the first quarter of fiscal year 24. Remember, this was the 19th edition of the survey, that is periodic labor force survey released by NSO, that is your National Statistical Organization, correct? And they released this periodic labor force survey. This is for April to June, that is for the first quarter of fiscal year 24, correct? And remember, here it stated that the unemployment rate has dipped to 6.6%. If we look at it, India's urban employment rate in current weekly status terms for persons aged 15 years and above declined to 6.6% during the first quarter from 6.8% that was during the fourth quarter of fiscal year 23, and it was 7.6% from April to June for the same year, that is for the first quarter of fiscal year 23. The UR, that is unemployment rate, for the first quarter is lower than the unemployment rate observed in the quarters covered in the pre-pandemic period. Right? That means the unemployment rate is decreasing. Here only if we talk about labor force participation, correct? In labor force participation. So has the labor force participation increased in the current weekly status? So remember, for male it was around 73.5% during the period, and for female it was increased from 20.9% to 23.2%. Next is India's growth projected to be at 6.3% for both 2023 and 2024. According to the World Economic Outlook, correct? I repeat, according to the World Economic Outlook, IMF releases this outlook, World Economic Outlook, right? So remember, this also question can be asked, that World Economic Outlook was recently released by which organization? It is IMF. So they have raised the India's GDP growth forecast to 6.3% in July 2023, correct? And remember, the earlier estimated was that India will be growing between 6.1%, correct? Apart from this, remember, it is also stated that not just in 2023 but in 2024 also India will be growing at around 6.3%. But remember, this is not a fixed data, it keeps on changing, right? Whether, say for example, we know that there is a war going on between Israeli and Hamas right now. So definitely that can impact the world economy, and that can also impact the India's GDP growth rate, right? For example, if tomorrow a different war in different region emerges, right? Or say for example, any new situation comes in the global market. So this pandemic or this particular growth rate will also halter. But remember, as of now, India's GDP growth rate as projected by World Economic Outlook released by IMF is 6.3% for both 2023 and 2024. Then remember, according to IMF, the global growth that is projected here is that the global economies will grow slow to 3% in 2023 from 3.5% that they grew in 2022, and that is a fall of almost 50 basis points. Also, it stated that it will be growing, a world global economy will be growing by 2.9% in 2024, and the global growth for 2023 and 2024 will be below the historical average growth rate of 3.8%, that is between 2000 to 2019. So the average between 2000 to 2019 is 3.8, and it is saying that it will be below than that because it will be around 2.9% in 2024. Then the global inflation will decline steadily to 6.9% in 2023 from 8.7% that it was in 2022. Then it is also expected that in 2024 the global inflation will be around 5.8%. Right? Moving on. Next is 360 One Wealth and India Rich List. Right? I repeat, One Wealth Huron India Rich List was released, and in this, remember, it was the 12th anniversary edition of the Huron India Rich List that was recently released in association with 360 One Wealth. In this, remember, in this 360 One Wealth Huron India Rich List, who is the person who has topped this list? It was topped by Mukesh Ambani. He is 66 years of age and he is the chairman of Reliance Industries Limited. And Mukesh Ambani has regained the title as the India's richest man with a wealth of almost 8,08,700 crore rupees. Then on second position is Gautam Adani. He is ranked the second richest person with a wealth of 4,74,800 crore rupees. Correct? And on third position is Cyrus Poonawalla, who secured the third position. So in the 361 Wealth Huron India Rich List, that is the 12th edition of this list, was released, and who topped it, or who is the richest Indian? He will be Mukesh Ambani. If we talk about Huron India Rich List or Huron India, who is the managing director and Chief researcher here Anas Rahman Junaid, and the headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and it was established in 2012. Next is IOC and Reliance Foundation. They recently signed an agreement with OVEP, that is Olympic Values Education Program in India, and the main aim here is to promote Olympic sport in India, right? To promote Olympic sport in India, IOC and Reliance Foundation, they signed an agreement with OVEP, that is Olympic Values Education Program in India. First OVEP was set up where? It was set up in Odisha. Then remember, the program will be first implemented in Mumbai and then later it will expand to the rest of Maharashtra. Right? Next, if we talk about Reliance Foundation, we know for Reliance Foundation, who is the founder and chairperson? Nita Ambani. Headquarter is in Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. And if we talk about IOC, who is the president? Thomas Bach. Headquarter is in Lausanne, Switzerland, and it was established in 1984. Moving on, next we are talking about sports. Who is the person that you see in the picture here? He is Max Verstappen, right? He drives for which organization? He drives for Red Bull, and he is the person who made a record recently to win 10 consecutive wins in 2023, and now he has also added his name to the list of F1 triple champions. He has added his names to F1 triple champions. Correct? Mark this also. And this feat was achieved by Max Verstappen by securing second place in the Qatar Grand Prix sprint race. And in this Qatar Grand Prix sprint race, Oscar Piastri won this sprint race and he drives for McLaren. Correct? Mark this. But then in overall event, remember, in this overall Qatar Grand Prix main race event, Max Verstappen won this for 2023, and now we can say for 2021, 2022 and 2023, Max Verstappen has won the Qatar Grand Prix and it was his third F1 World Championship. So we can say that recently Max Verstappen has added his name to the list of F1 triple champions for 21, 22 and 23. Correct? Mark this. Then next, remember, Max Verstappen, he has won 14 out of 17 Grand Prix this year, that is 11 in a row, and his record that I told you, that of he has won a total of 10 and now it is 11. He made the record at 11. Correct? Next is Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner has beaten Medvedev and clinched the Beijing Crown ATP. I repeat, Jannik Sinner, he is of Italy, right? And he has won China Open 23 men's single title, and it was against Daniil Medvedev, and Daniil Medvedev is of Russia. Correct? This was held at the Beijing Olympic Tennis Center, that is in Beijing, China. It was from 28th of Sept till 4th of October. And Jannik Sinner defeated the world number 2 and top Carlos Alcaraz in the semi-finals. And this was the 22nd edition of China Open that was held recently. Correct? Apart from this, if we are talking about women's single title, who won the women's single title of the China Open? It was won by Iga Swiatek. Right? Iga Swiatek has won the China Open 2023 women's single title. And for the men's single title, it was won by Jannik Sinner. He is of Italy. And Iga Swiatek, she belongs to which country? She is from Poland. And this was the 22nd edition of the China Open that was held in Beijing. And this was on hard court, right? This is tennis, so it was played on hard court. Next, International Day of the Girl Child. We observe this day on 11th of October, and this is annually observed across the globe to focus attention on the need to address the challenges that the girls are facing and to promote girl empowerment and the fulfillment of the human right. Then there is a theme for the International Day of the Girl Child, that is invest in girls' rights, our leadership, our well-being. This is the theme for the International Day of the Girl Child, and for the first time this day was observed in 2012. Next is Assam Skill Development Mission of Assam Government and Indian Army. They signed an MOU for upskilling of ex-servicemen, right, in order to provide them new skills so that they can be employment ready and job ready. They can be provided with various entrepreneurship skills also. Correct. So Assam Skill Development Mission under the Skill Employment and Entrepreneurship under the government of Assam, they have recently signed an MOU for upskilling of these army or ex-servicemen, right. This MOU was between Indian Army and ASDM, that is Assam Skill Development Mission. Correct. This will empower the ex-servicemen and their dependents to get remunerative employment and self-employment. Correct. Once they are skilled, they can also go to various organizations for employment purpose. Then next thing, remember, Assam's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has recently unveiled a statue of Lachit Borphukan and Swahid Samarak, right. So a statue of Lachit Borphukan and Swahid Samarak was recently also unveiled in Guwahati, Assam. Moving on, next is Tamil Nadu government has announced a new Samadan to settle the commercial tax dues of 25 crore rupees. I repeat, it is Tamil Nadu government. They have announced a new tax area conciliation scheme, that is Samadan scheme, right. This was launched. What is the aim? This initiative aims to address and resolve the long-standing issues related to the pending tax arrears, disputes and appeals that have persisted between the traders and the state commercial tax department. The scheme will be in force from between 16th of October and 2023 till 15th of February 2024. I repeat, the name is Samadan scheme and it is a waivers and concession scheme that is basically to address and resolve the long-standing issues related to the tax arrears, disputes, appeals between the traders and the state commercial tax department. Correct. So friends, these are your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for one-liner revision. MOCF, they have launched a web portal with statistical data of chemical sector. Indian Navy conducted annual joint HADR exercise, that is Chakrawat. European Union has approved world's first green bond standards to avoid misleading or greenwashing. Axis Bank and Five, they partnered to launch India's first numberless credit card. Mahindra Last Mile Mobility got 300 crore rupees from IFC as first installment of investment. Federal Bank extended UPI services to NRIs to enhance seamless transaction. Payment aggregator Payop got the ISO IEC 27001 2022 certification, right. It is a security management certification. Next, employment rate has dipped to 6.6% in the first quarter of fiscal year 24 according to the 19th edition of the quarterly periodic labor force survey that is released by NSO. Then World Economic Outlook is released by IMF, International Monetary Fund, and in this India's growth is projected to be at 6.3% for both 2023 and 2024. 361 Wealth Huron India Rich List was released and Mukesh Ambani has topped here. IOC and Reliance Foundation, they signed an agreement for OVEP, first Olympic Values Education Program in India, and the first ever was set up where it was set up in Odisha. Then Max Verstappen won the Qatar Grand Prix to win the third Formula 1 championship. Jannik Sinner won the China Open in the men's single title, and Iga Swiatek from Poland won the China Open in the women's single title. Then International Day of the Girl Child observed on 11th of October. Then ASDM of government, Assam government and Indian Army, they signed an MOU for upskilling of the ex-servicemen. Tamil Nadu government announced new Samadan scheme for traders to settle commercial tax dues of 25 CR. So these were your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's move to some revision current affairs. Next we are talking about Nobel Prize in Economics, right? So recently, remember, Nobel Prize in Economics was awarded to whom? It was awarded to Professor Claudia Goldin. This is the third woman to win this particular Nobel Prize in Economics. Also remember, Nobel Prize in Economics is also known by formally name, that is Severages Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in the memory of Alfred Nobel. Right? Important. This is the official name, that is Severages Riksbank Prize in Economics. Correct? Also remember, she became the 55th recipient of this award since its inception. Correct? She became the 55th recipient of this award since the inception in 1969. As you can see here in the picture, Claudia Goldin, and she is the third woman to win this award, that is Nobel Prize in Economics. Correct? Then if I ask you, who was the first woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Economics? Elinor Ostrom. Elinor Ostrom in 2009, she became the first woman to win Nobel Prize in Economics. Then moving on. Next is Nandini Anand. I repeat, Nandini Anand has been re-elected as the to the board of International Raiffeisen Union, that is IRU. I repeat, Nandini Anand has been re-elected to the board of International Raiffeisen Union. Right? So this IRU, International Raiffeisen Union. Correct? What is this International Raiffeisen Union? This IRU, it was founded in 1968, and this is a worldwide association of national cooperative organization. Headquarter of this IRU is in Bonn, Germany, and it has 50 members in 33 countries. I repeat, it is a prestigious worldwide association of national cooperative organization, and Nandini Anand has been re-elected to the board of this International Raiffeisen Union. She became the first Indian and first woman to be appointed to this post, and as of now she is currently serving to the post of the chairman of International Cooperative Alliance of Asia Pacific Committee on Women. Correct? Mark this. Nandini Anand, she is the president of Indian Cooperative Network for Women and Working Women's Forum India. I repeat, Nandini Anand, she is the president of Indian Cooperative Network for Women and also for Working Women's Forum India, and she has been recently re-elected as a member of the International Raiffeisen Union Board for the second term. Right? Next. A new species of dragonfly has been recently found in Wayanad. Wayanad is located where? Wayanad is located in Kerala. Right? So a new species of dragonfly, as you can see in the picture, has been found in Wayanad. The new species is known as red-rumped hawklet. This is the name of this new dragonfly species, red-rumped hawklet, and the scientific name here is Epithemis wayanadensis. As you can see, wayanadensis, as it was found in Wayanad, Kerala, so it has been named on behalf of the location where it was found, that is wayanadensis. Right? Wayanadensis. Correct? And the scientific name is, or the scientific nomenclature here is Epithemis wayanadensis, and it is also known as red-rumped hawklet. Next is India finishes 4th in Hangzhou Asian Games. Next we are talking about Asian Games that were held in Hangzhou, China. Right? These are the Asian Games for 2022, and in these Asian Games that were held in Hangzhou, what was the rank of India? India stood at 4th position with 107 medals, and the rank of China was first in the medal tally. So we can say rank of China was first with 383 medals and India stood at 4th position with 107 medals. Out of these 107 medals, 28 were gold, 38 silver and 41 were bronze. Correct? So India stood at 4th position in the medal tally. Then here Indian men's cricket team also won the gold medal. Then in steeplechase, remember in 3000 meters men's steeplechase also India won gold medal. Apart from this, India won gold medal in javelin throw where Neeraj Chopra secured gold medal. And remember, these Asian Games that were held in Hangzhou, they are the 19th edition of the Asian Games for 2023. So question can be asked that which edition of Asian Games were held in 2023? It is your 19th edition of Games. Then on top position it is China. On second it is Japan. Third it is Republic of Korea. Fourth India. And fifth is your Uzbekistan. This is the medal tally that you need to remember. Correct? Next is World Dyslexia Day. On 8th of October, we observe World Dyslexia Day. And there is a theme for the World Dyslexia Day, that is Uniquely You. I repeat, Uniquely You. This is the theme for the World Dyslexia Day that is observed on 8th of October. And the day aims to promote access to education and implementation of effective strategies to support the individuals with dyslexia. Dyslexia is basically a form of learning disorder, or we can say reading disorder. Not learning, a form of a reading disorder. Correct? Dyslexia. So on which day? On 8th of October we observe World Dyslexia Day. Then remember, there is a Dyslexia Awareness Week also. Dyslexia Awareness Week. When do we observe this? It is from 2 to 8th of October we observe Dyslexia Awareness Week, and every year October month is observed as Dyslexia Awareness Month. These 2 to 3 points are also important, and the theme here is Uniquely You. Next is your homework section. First is which institution releases the compilation of statistical performance indicators. Second, Nobel Prize in Medicine 2023 was awarded to Katalin Kariko and Drew Weissman for their work in dash field. Third, R21 Matrix M. This is recently a vaccine that was approved against which disease for child, and tell me the name of the institute also from which or by which this particular vaccine was developed. Right? So friends, these are your 3 homework questions. I hope you have enjoyed our session. If you find the session interesting, all you have to do is like the video, comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. And friends, today we have not provided the one-liner revision current affairs. The reason for that is I want you to watch this video again and take a note of it, right? I want you all to take a note and make notes today by yourself for the one-liners, right? This is just for one day, and let's see how you prepare them. Correct? It will be beneficial for you, and you will be able to write all those 10-15 points that we used to make, or 10-15 important news in order wise which you think are important. The most important should be on the top, and then sequentially the least important at the bottom one, right? So this is also a homework for you. Correct? So do this, and by tomorrow, from tomorrow, we will be coming back with our initiative, right? But this for today, this is for a trial basis only. Let's see how also you prepare, right? So it will also give you an insight, and it will give you an idea which are the important points, which were the important notes for today. They should be on the top, and the least important one should be at the bottom. And if someone wants to comment also, it will be very beneficial. Comment them. It will be beneficial for other students also. So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.